Welcome back everybody, a new picture of Snoke just dropped and perhaps the most impressive image we have of him so far. It's my opinion that he actually looks like one menacing SOB here. The amount of detail on his face is also much more profound, from the bushy white eyebrows, the disgusting old man liver spots all over his face and head, and it looks like they've even given him some moles. The golden robe looks much more metallic here, and I guess we'll be seeing him do more than just sit on his throne in The Last Jedi. It looks like he's walking towards somebody that he's very unhappy with or considers a threat. So is it Rey at the end of the movie? Is he about to punish Kylo or even General Hux for another failure? Or does Luke leave Ahch-To to save Rey, something his teachers Yoda and Force Ghost Obi-Wan were unable to do when he got himself in deep poo-doo at the end of The Empire Strikes Back? So we're getting more and more pictures of the Supreme Leader, but will we learn anything more about his origins in Episode 8? Unfortunately not. Rian Johnson gave this interview to Empire magazine, so we'll look at this part in regards to what we'll get with Snoke. We got the whole story of Palpatine's rise to power in the prequels, but in the original films he's exactly what he needs to be, which is just the Emperor. Johnson tells Empire in the new October issue. He's a dark force, the scary thing behind the thing. That was entirely how I approached Snoke. I wasn't interested in explaining where he came from or telling his history, except where it serves this story. So we'll be getting more screen time with the Supreme Leader, but the Snoke theories are going to continue for a while yet. Snoke's just a background villain here. They're focusing on developing Kylo Ren. Now I know Kylo's gotten a lot of flack, I've thrown some myself, but it looks like Rian Johnson is excited about what's to come. Writing Kylo Ren is just so much fun, says Johnson. Star Wars boils down to the transition from adolescence into adulthood. That's the heart of these films, and Rey is most obviously the one that hangs on. But it's also Kylo. In the originals you project entirely onto Luke, while Vader is the scary other. He's the Minotaur. The fascinating thing about Kylo and Rey is that they're two sides of something. We can all relate to Kylo, to that anger of being in the turmoil of adolescence and figuring out who he's going to be as a man, dealing with anger and wanting to separate from his family. He's not Vader, at least he's not Vader yet, and that's something I really wanted to get into. So whether you're a fan of Kylo or not, it's his story arc along with Rey's that will be the center point of this trilogy. Now back to this image. From this angle here, Snoke looks like those big-brained aliens from the 50s and 60s sci-fi movies. I might be imagining it, but it looks like his cranium is much larger than your average humanoid. And yes, he is a humanoid. Pablo Hidalgo confirmed it a while back on Twitter, pointing to the Force Awakens novelization. Seated on the raised platform that was the focus of the chamber was the blue-tinted hollow of Supreme Leader Snoke. Tall and gaunt, he was humanoid, but not human. So all those theories about Snoke that include him being human are bust. Sorry peoples, unless it's a misdirect. Snoke is an original character, maybe a retcon version of Darth Plagueis, changing him from a man to a new humanoid species, but he's an alien, a 7-foot humanoid alien. So that brings today's video to an end. What do you all think of the new image of Snoke? Does he fit the bill of a worthy villain for our heroes? Who do you think he's about to burn to a crisp with some Force lightning? And do you think it's the right move to keep his origins a mystery, at least for the time being? Maybe the less we know about him, the better villain he'll make. Leave your thoughts down below. To stay updated, hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching and for the support. Don't forget to like, share, sub and all that good stuff. And until next time, see yas.